What's up, y'all? Let me just finish eating this sandwich real quick. A little sandwich with some bacon in it, some lettuce. My wife made it for me. I did not tell her to cut it. It was on like some flatbread. Definitely didn't tell my wife to cut it. Absolutely not. I'll leave that up to Bond. But we're here to see Harry Potter. Well, technically not Harry Potter because this game takes place what they said like 100 years before like the Harry Potter storyline or something like that. Way before the Harry Potter storyline, pretty much. I'm just here to see how the game looks and the gameplay, man, because I'm not a Harry Potter fan at all. I'm just here to see how the gameplay looks because that's going to decide completely. I mean, that's always what decides completely if I buy a game, but yeah, being that I'm not into Harry Potter at all, I just need to see what that gameplay looking like. I need to know what type of game it is, like especially the combat. Mainly the combat. I need to know what that is like. I don't even know who the enemies would be in a Harry Potter game. I keep calling it a Harry Potter game. Who the enemies would be in the universe of Harry Potter or Hogwarts Legacy, where you're a student, and like who else are you going up against? Like just other students, and y'all know I hate being in school, right? I'm not trying to. I'm not really trying to play a game where I gotta sit in class and simulate being in class and stuff like that. I'm not trying to simulate that. I don't want to take no test. None of that, man. No, I haven't started Elden Ring yet. I'm gonna start in April. So you hate Bully? I was never a fan. I was never really like this big fan of Bully. I was never like Bully was okay, but like no, I was never like this huge fan. Like people always talking about Bully. Oh, we want Bully to come back, Bully 2 and all. I'm like, listen, I'm good. I don't care about Bully. You'll never hear me say to bring another a Bully game back. I haven't played Elden Ring yet simply because I don't like to play more than one game at a time. And when Elden Ring came out, I was playing Horizon first. So, and then some other games came out that I could beat way quicker than Elden Ring. So I just don't like to go back and forth between games, and I don't like to play more than one game at a time. So in April, there's like a drought in April. There's not really any games coming out in April. At the end of this month, there is Kirby and Tiny Tina, which I am going to play first before I get to Elden Ring. But yeah, for Elden Ring, which I know I'm going to play that game for probably 150 hours, I want a stretch of time which I can play it uninterrupted. So that's how I like. I don't like to be, I don't like games coming out and like I'm playing one game and yeah, I just don't like that. So I was just waiting for a gap. I'm not streaming Elden Ring, no. My policy is I don't stream any game over 25 hours. I've been sticking to that policy. Yet, I don't stream any game that's over 25 hours long. 30 hours is my max. Maybe I'll stream a game that's 30 hours long. But like these open world games, no, I'm not streaming those. Those take forever to beat. And I also like to go at my own pace. And I'm not trying to live stream something for 100+ hours. Definitely not doing that. Live streaming is draining in itself, so I'm not trying to do it for 100 hours. And sometimes it gets annoying because, like, look at Jack been live streaming Persona 5 Royale for over a year. You know why? Because he only plays the game when he live streams. I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be at part Elden Ring part 60. No, I refuse to do that. I like my playthroughs to be like 7 parts at the most. I'm not doing no 60-part playthrough. No, sir. That's just too much. So anything under 25 hours or 30 hours, you can probably bet I'm going to live stream. If it's over that, if it's an open world game, probably not. Is Gran Turismo going to be a topic this Weapon Wheel podcast? Did something new happen? We talked about it when it came out. We had some people that played the game come on and talk about it. I haven't seen any news about it. I don't know what else there is to talk about. How many state of plays are there a year? As many as they want to, really. I don't think there's an actual quota. It's as many as they want there to be. People are heated on the Reddit. Their servers have been down all day. Heated about what? I really don't know what happened. I don't really care. It's Gran Turismo. I don't play no Gran Turismo. Am I playing Tunic? I'm not sure about Tunic because I'm not that crazy about Legend of Zelda, and that's really like a old, like kind of it plays like an old school Legend of Zelda, and I'm not really crazy about it. I'll play that. I'll maybe play that game when there's another drought, maybe later on this year. But I'm not. It's not a game where I'm rushing to play. No, can't play it because it's always online. Oh, and the servers are down. Oh, well. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that I can understand people being mad about that. They can't play the game because it's always online. That's a valid reason to be mad. Death's Door has great. See, here's the thing, right? Death's Door. When I look at Tunic and when I look at Death's Door's combat just looks way better. That Tunic combat, it looks it's very like Legend of Zelda, in which like it's just kind of, how do you put this? It's very, that combat is kind of like dry. It's very stationary and dry, and I don't know. It's kind of like just simple. Death's Door's combat is I'm not saying it's super complex, but it's way more riveting and compelling than what Tunic's combat is. That's the reason why I really like Death's Door is the combat. So yeah, like when I see, and I've looked at a lot of gameplay for Tunic, it's like, okay, sword swipe, and it's like this, it literally plays like a Legend of Zelda game. It's just sword swipe, and I'm sure you got some other moves, but it's like it's kind of boring. Like just looking at it, like the combat just looks kind of boring. Sword swipe, and then it's just, I don't know. Combat just isn't that impressive. Okay, we got 2 minutes left till we see what the hell this game is. Is GT7 one of Sony's 10 live service games? I would assume so. I would assume so. Cause I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be. I mean, you make one Gran Turismo game a generation, pretty much, right? And it sells really well. Why not keep making money from it by, releasing more content for it? So should be. No, I did not start Elden Ring yet. Like I said, I'm gonna be starting in April. When I start Elden Ring, y'all will definitely know. All right, 20 seconds left. Let me go let me go large screen, full screen, and let me turn this sound on. Let me know if the sound is too low when the show starts. It's going to be about 20 minutes, I think they said. So here we go.
Lumos.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Looks impressive so far.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy.
This looks very impressive.
Of witchcraft and wizardry, with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
They better have them black hairstyles. Don't play with us.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory,
I know nothing about any of the classes, but Ravenclaw sounds cool.
Attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do.
Attend classes? No.
As a 5th year.
No.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Ah, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries. You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways, as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve. You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before. It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other fifth years at your own speed.
Lumos.
I need to see some more combat because yeah, this isn't doing it for me.
Adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts.
So far, it's a no for me. Like, it looks great for somebody who's a Harry Potter fan, but as somebody who's not, yeah, I'm not trying to attend no classes.
And yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of
Hogwarts Legacy. It's on last gen consoles. I believe.
Dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Movement, but it also looks like,
many ways to exploit their
I don't know, just a little bit clunky at the same time. Like, the movement is good, but the animation in some parts look kind of like stiff in a way.
Devastate your enemies using various finishes.
But look, for somebody who's a Harry Potter fan, I think this is like, I'm sure they're like just jizzing all over the place. Because, I mean, they've never gotten anything on this level or this scale before, so for them, I'm sure this is amazing.
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering
that flying animation stiff as hell,
so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
His like that joint's stiff. His jacket was barely moving.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin.
We've been over this, boy. Figs cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
I'm sure Harry Potter fans are just losing their mind right now. This looks like everything they would probably want it to be. Everything they wanted in a Harry Potter game.
On your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons.
Why was his cape shimmering like that?
With lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement. But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. Master spells. Befriend new allies.
Are they going to talk about being an evil wizard? Because you can become evil or good, right?
Secrets, combat mystical threats, learn long-forgotten mysteries, become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
Holiday 2022. They still don't got no release date. That's kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky. Still no release date.
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years. The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two. Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions. We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, in the Wizarding World that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own. Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're gonna have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
We recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy. We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Well, yeah, I don't really have, you know what I would be into? You know what I would probably like? If there was a Harry Potter game in which you're just a mature, already a mature wizard or witch, and pretty much you just played that as an RPG, and you took on, I guess, other evil wizards and beast and stuff outside of the school, like outside of the school part. I would probably love this game if it was outside of school, where you could just be in the world and, you know, play like a regular RPG, not be a student. Probably would love it, and I would definitely probably pick it up day one. But being a student and doing all this stuff and Hogwarts and all that stuff, yeah, it's not for me. That's the last thing I want to do, is like be on these the school training wheels and stuff like that. Like, no, yeah, I don't want to be learning, you know, potions and stuff like that through classes, you know, through teachers and stuff like that. No, it's not for me. But like I said, I'm not hating on it. I'm sure Harry Potter fans, you know, are going to be very, very pleased and very happy I'm sure they are, doing backflips and such. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna draw this out too long. Because yeah, it's not much for me to say. It's definitely not for me. But hold on, where was that super chat? The Three Kings. I think the combat needs to add running while casting. Okay. Because there was a Harry Potter game before, right? But it was like some budget, not even a movie tie-in. Let me see. Wasn't it like some just cheap Harry Potter game made by some no-name studio? Let's see. Harry Potter game. I mean, there's the Lego ones, of course. Oh yeah, they did make movie tie-ins, yeah. Damn, they made a movie tie-in for every part of the for every one of the movies? Did they really? But these games were like, yeah, these games were like this, like Deathly Hallows, the game. It was literally like 2-3 hours long. Like, yeah, people beat this game in 2 hours. That came out 2011. So yeah, these are just little quick short movie tie-in games and stuff like that. Yeah. So those games pretty much sucked. So that's not what, those weren't the best game for fans. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all, because there ain't much for me to say. I hope people, hope this game makes people happy. Hope y'all enjoyed. People think I got bullied in school because I don't like games that happen in school. No, it's just boring. That's it. I feel like games that put you in this state where you're in school and you have to like emulate being a student. I think it's just boring. I think it's restrictive. That's my problem with it. I want to just not have no leashes on me. I don't want no leashes. I don't want no restraints. Like, no, I hate that type of stuff. Like, oh, you're a student, so you're stuck within the confines of this because you're a student. Like, no, I hate that. I hate that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button. Comment section, I guess. Let me know what y'all thought about it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.